Let me tell you about my daily routine. I wake up at 6 a.m. Not because I love waking up early, honestly. I used to hate it with every fiber of my being. I was that person who would hit the snooze button 5 times and still feel exhausted. But over time, I trained myself. I made small changes 1 week at a time. Now it's a habit and I actually enjoy it. The first thing I do? I don't touch my phone. That's a strict rule I made for myself and I never break it. No scrolling, no notifications, no emails, no social media. Nothing. Instead, I take 3 deep breaths, really deep, from my belly, and stretch my arms above my head. It wakes up my body slowly, without stress or anxiety. It's like a gentle conversation with myself before the chaos of the day begins. Then I get out of bed and drink a full glass of water room temperature. Not cold. I keep a glass on my nightstand every night. This rehydrates my body after 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Our bodies lose water while we sleep, through breathing, through sweating, even through just existing. So that glass of water is like fuel for my engine. It also gives me a natural energy boost before any tea or coffee. I don't rush to caffeine. I let my body wake up naturally first. I've noticed that when I drink water first, I don't need as much coffee later. It's a small win, but it adds up over time. Next, I go to the bathroom. I brush my teeth thoroughly, not rushing, taking my time. I wash my face with cold water, and I splash some on my neck and arms too. It feels refreshing, almost like a wake-up call for my entire body. That cold water shock? It actually works. It tightens my skin, wakes up my senses, improves blood circulation, and makes me feel alive and present. It's a simple trick, but highly effective. I've been doing this for years, and I can't imagine my morning without it. After that, I do a 15-minute stretching routine. Nothing complicated or intense. Just simple movements, touching my toes, rolling my shoulders, twisting my back gently, doing neck rolls, stretching my hamstrings. I also do a few yoga poses like downward dog and cat-cow. It removes that morning stiffness and gets my blood flowing properly. I've noticed that if I skip stretching, my back hurts by noon. So this is non-negotiable for me now. It's not optional, it's essential. I treat it like brushing my teeth. Some days I add a few minutes of light cardio, jumping jacks or high knees, just to get my heart rate up a little. Then comes breakfast, my favorite part of the morning. I keep it light but nutritious. Usually oatmeal with fresh berries and a drizzle of honey. Or sometimes 2 boiled eggs with a slice of whole grain toast and some mashed avocado on top. On weekends, I might make a smoothie with banana, spinach, almond milk, and a scoop of protein powder. I avoid heavy, oily, or greasy food in the morning because it makes me feel sluggish and lazy. I want to feel light and energetic, not weighed down and sleepy. Breakfast is fuel, not a punishment. I also take my vitamins and supplements during this time: a vitamin D, omega-3, and a good multivitamin. While eating, I think about my goals for the day. Not a long to-do list that would overwhelm me. Just 3 important things I want to finish. I ask myself one powerful question: what would make today a success? That one question gives me direction and clarity. Without this, my mind feels scattered and I waste time jumping between tasks. I also take a moment to feel grateful for the food, for the new day, for the opportunity to grow. Gratitude is a powerful mindset tool, and it takes just 30 seconds. By 7:30 a.m., I'm dressed and ready to start. I've already done more than most people do in 2 hours, and the day hasn't even officially begun. That feeling? It's empowering. It makes me feel in control of my life, not controlled by it. It sets a positive tone for everything that follows. Now let's talk about the afternoon. My work officially begins at 9 a.m., but I don't jump into difficult tasks immediately. That would be a huge mistake. I've learned this through trial and error. Instead, I spend the first hour on simple things: checking messages, organizing my desk, looking at my calendar, replying to any urgent emails. This warms up my brain like a light jog before a sprint. It's a transition period, and I honor it. I don't feel guilty about not being productive in that first hour, because I know it's setting me up for success later. By 10 a.m., I enter what I call my focus zone. From 10 to 12, I work on my most important project of the day. This is sacred time. No phone, no email, no interruptions of any kind. I put my phone on silent and face down. I close all unnecessary browser tabs. I even use noise-canceling headphones if there's background noise. Just me and my work in complete flow. And I'm always amazed at how much I finish when I'm not distracted. 2 hours of deep focus gives me more results than 6 hours of scattered, interrupted work. It's not about working harder. It's about working smarter. This is a lesson I wish I had learned earlier in my career. I take lunch around 12:30 p.m. I prefer something light, like a salad with grilled chicken, or a bowl of lentil soup, or a whole grain wrap with fresh vegetables. On some days, I might have quinoa with roasted veggies and a lemon tahini dressing. I avoid rice or pasta during the day because they make me drowsy and unfocused. I've learned this the hard way. After a heavy, carb-loaded lunch, I would stare at my computer screen and accomplish absolutely nothing for hours. It was a waste of time. So now I make better choices. I also drink another glass of water during lunch to stay hydrated. After lunch, I go for a short walk, just 10 to 15 minutes outside. I leave my phone behind intentionally. I just walk, breathe fresh air, look at the trees, and let my mind wander freely. Clears my head, resets my focus, and prevents that awful afternoon energy crash. I also use this time to think creatively. Some of my best ideas have come during these walks. By the time I return to my desk, I feel refreshed, recharged, and ready to work again. It's amazing what 10 minutes of fresh air can do for your mental state. I'm back by 1:30 p.m. The next 2 hours are for creative work, brainstorming ideas, writing content, planning strategies, solving problems, or designing something new. This is when my mind feels most flexible, imaginative, and open. I've noticed that my best ideas come during this time, so I make sure to protect this block fiercely. I don't schedule meetings during this slot. I don't take phone calls. This is my creative sanctuary. If someone tries to interrupt, I politely tell them I'm busy and will get back to them later. By 4 p.m., my energy naturally drops. That's just human nature. Our bodies have natural circadian rhythms and energy cycles. So instead of fighting it, I work with it. I switch to easier tasks, organizing files, cleaning my inbox, preparing for tomorrow, making phone calls that don't require deep thinking, or doing administrative work. It still feels productive, but it doesn't drain my brain. This is also a good time to review what I've accomplished during the day and pat myself on the back for the wins. I finish work at 6 p.m. sharp. That's my hard boundary. I don't stretch it. I don't check emails after that. I close my laptop, push my chair back, and mentally say done. Having a clear ending time is crucial for my mental health. Without it, work would bleed into my evening, and I would never truly relax. I've seen people burn out because they couldn't set this boundary. I refuse to be one of them. Now let's move to the evening. After work, the first thing I do is change out of my work clothes. I know it sounds silly, but it's actually important. It signals my brain that the professional part of my day is officially over. I put on something comfortable, maybe a loose t-shirt and joggers, and instantly I feel lighter. It's a psychological trigger, and it works every single time. I have dinner around 7:30 p.m. I keep it simple but satisfying: grilled fish with roasted vegetables, or a bowl of lentil soup with whole grain bread. or sometimes a vegetable stir-fry with tofu or chicken. I try to eat at least 2 hours before bed so my digestion doesn't disturb my sleep. I've had nights where I ate too late and couldn't fall asleep because my stomach was still working. Never again. Dinner is my time to slow down and enjoy my food, not rush through it. After dinner, I go for a 20-minute walk if the weather is nice. There's something about walking in the evening that feels peaceful. The sun is setting, the air is cooler, the birds are quieter, and the world feels calmer. It helps me relax, digest my food, and let go of any remaining stress from the day. Sometimes I listen to a podcast or soft music. Other times I just walk in silence and enjoy the moment. If the weather isn't good, I do some gentle stretching at home. I put on some soft instrumental music, roll out my yoga mat, and just move my body slowly. It's not intense exercise. It's more like a conversation with my body. It tells me where I'm holding tension in my shoulders, my neck, my lower back, and I release it. This is deeply therapeutic for me. Then comes the most important part of my evening, no screens. I put my phone away around 8:30 p.m. No social media, no YouTube, no Netflix, no news. I've read that blue light from screens disrupts sleep hormones, and I've definitely experienced that firsthand. When I used to scroll before bed, I would lie awake for hours. Now I just say no. It's a small sacrifice for better sleep. Instead, I read a physical book or usually fiction. I love stories that take me to another world, another time, another life. It helps my mind unwind and escape from the day's worries. Sometimes I also listen to instrumental music or a calming podcast, but never anything too stimulating or stressful. I also do a bit of journaling, just free writing about my thoughts and feelings. Around 9:15 p.m., I start my bedtime routine. I brush my teeth, wash my face, apply some moisturizer and night cream. I also do a few minutes of light stretching in bed. Then I do something I've been doing for years. I write in a small journal. Just 3 things that went well that day. They don't have to be big things. Sometimes it's good weather or nice conversation with a friend, or finished a task early. This simple habit shifts my focus from stress to gratitude. It changes my entire mood before sleep and helps me end the day on a positive note. I'm in bed by 10 p.m. Lights off, no phone nearby. I take a few deep breaths, in through my nose, out through my mouth. I think about my goal for tomorrow, just one thing I want to achieve. And then I let my mind wander. Within minutes, I drift off to sleep. It's peaceful, it's consistent, and I wake up feeling truly rested and ready for the next day. Now, I want to be honest with you. I didn't build this routine overnight. It took years of trial and error. I failed many times. I had days where I snoozed my alarm, skipped my stretching, ate junk food, and felt terrible. But I didn't give up. I kept adjusting. I kept experimenting. I kept asking myself, what works? What doesn't? And slowly, I found what fits my life. You don't have to copy my routine exactly. That would be foolish. What works for me might not work for you. Maybe you're a night owl. Maybe you have kids. Maybe you work night shifts. Maybe your body needs different food. That's all completely fine. The point is not to copy. The point is to build your own structure. Find what fits your lifestyle, your energy patterns, your needs, your goals. Small habits, done daily, create massive results over time. Whether it's drinking water first thing in the morning, taking a short walk after lunch, or putting your phone away before bed, these aren't big changes. They're tiny shifts, but over weeks, months, and years, they transform your life. I've experienced this transformation myself, and I know you can too. And the English, that's the bonus. By describing your routine to yourself out loud, you're practicing the most useful, most natural English there is. You're not memorizing random vocabulary from a textbook. You're learning to express your actual life. You're building sentences that matter to you, about things you actually do. This is how language becomes real. This is how it sticks in your memory. Here's my challenge to you. Starting tomorrow, describe your morning to yourself in English. Just 5 minutes. Say it out loud. Record yourself if you have the courage. Use the words you learned today. Rehydrate, stiffness, sluggish, scattered, focus zone, unwind, drift off, non-negotiable, mindful, scattered, sanctuary, therapeutic, psychological trigger. Say it all. Make mistakes, but keep going. Do it for 1 week, then 2 weeks, then a month. I promise you, if you keep at it, you will feel more confident, more fluent, and more comfortable with English. Because you're not just studying a language anymore, you're living it. Your routine is your story. Learn to tell it well. And remember, progress doesn't happen overnight. It happens 1 day at a time, 1 habit at a time, 1 sentence at a time. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate small wins. Keep moving forward. You're doing better than you think. Seriously, just showing up, reading this, wanting to improve, that already puts you ahead of most people. So give yourself credit. You deserve it. Keep going. Keep growing. Keep speaking. And most importantly, enjoy the journey. Because learning English isn't just about reaching a destination. It's about becoming a better version of yourself along the way. Take care of yourself. Stay consistent. And I'll see you in the next one.